Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about money, cold, hard cash, elections, Biden and Trump, and what we can tell from the numbers that came out. The third quarter numbers, they have been released. So, this is what the groups were able to fundraise from July 1st to September 30th. Once the numbers came out, a whole bunch of questions came in. And the big one is this as good for Biden as it looks? And people were looking specifically at the amount raised during the third quarter. During the third quarter, Biden and affiliated groups, because you have the campaign and all of the other stuff that are linked but not officially the campaign. $71 million. Trump, $45.5 million. That's a big gap. There's a lot of people looking at that and saying Biden's going to win because, that's a lot of ad space right there. These are not the numbers you need to look at. I mean, they're helpful, and don't get me wrong, those are definitely not bad numbers for Biden. But they don't help with the long-term picture. This is what they raised. It's what they brought in. 71 million, yeah, that's good. That's good for a campaign. 45.5, well, you can't compare it to the 71 million directly for a couple of reasons. One is Trump is still in an active primary. I know that there are people making their play for the nomination within the Democratic Party, but the DNC is actively working to, keep the incumbent in office. I want to say 2, maybe 3 fundraisers were joint between the DNC and Biden. Trump doesn't have that yet. The RNC is holding their money until after the primary before anything starts getting pooled and any extra stuff like that happens. But that doesn't make a massive difference. Shouldn't, not with Trump. The thing that you can kind of infer from Trump's numbers here is that he's not fundraising off of all of his witch hunts. All of the things he's calling witch hunts, he's not fundraising off of those. I know that you're going to say, no, he is. You got to see these emails. Yeah, I mean, he may be sending the emails out, but it's not working. So you have that as well. But really, these aren't the numbers that you need to be looking at. This is just what's coming in during the quarter. You need to look at what's going out as well. The number you should look at is not how much they raise per quarter, it's cash on hand. That's the number that can tell you a little bit more about what's going on. Biden, 91 million. Okay, so he has more cash on hand than he raised in the third quarter. Trump, 37.5 million, less than he raised in the third quarter. That's the numbers that you need to be looking at, those numbers right there. Now, does this mean that Biden's a shoo-in because obviously he has more support? No, we're still a long way away from the election. This shows that he is positioning for a better run. He's better positioned. That's what it shows. But we are a long way away from that election. A lot of things can change. I don't know specifically if the organizations that are included in Trump's numbers are the same organizations that are paying legal bills and stuff like that. Because that may also have an impact on how much staying power there is in that 37.5. But Right now, as far as cash on hand, which is the number that matters, Biden is off to a pretty healthy lead. But there's a long way to go, and things can change. So this is a lot like polling this early on. Useful to know where things are, but not really useful as far as knowing where they will be when it matters. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.